Across the vast, sun-scorched plains of Africa, a ruler walks with unshakable confidence. With rippling muscles, razor-sharp claws, and an unrivaled predatory instinct, it is nature's ultimate killing machine. The lion, the undisputed king of the beasts, a symbol of power, dominance, and terror across the savannah. Gazelles flee in panic. Herds of buffalo stand on high alert. The entire landscape seems to hold its breath in the presence of this formidable hunter. A single calculated strike, a powerful bite, and its prey collapses beneath its crushing jaws. The lion rules with precision, strength, and sheer brutality. But have you ever wondered what happens when the hunter fails? When the prey fights back? When a single mistake turns the king into a victim? The African savanna is merciless. It is a land of survival where only the strongest endure. One misstep, one poorly timed attack, can mean the difference between life and death. In this video, we will witness the harshest moments of the wild, hunts that go terribly wrong, battles that end in tragedy, and the shocking consequences that even the mighty lion cannot escape. Are you ready? Because what you're about to see will leave you speechless. Part 1. Painful Failed Hunts. 1. When the buffalo becomes the predator. It's a scorching afternoon on the African savanna. The golden sun casts long shadows over the vast plains. In the distance, a massive herd of buffalo grazes peacefully, unaware that a deadly predator is lurking nearby. Hidden behind the tall grass, a lioness moves like a shadow, silent, calculating. Her piercing eyes lock onto a target, a young calf, weak, vulnerable, the perfect prey. Her muscles tense, every fiber of her being preparing for the kill. She inches closer, step by step, her breathing steady. The calf remains oblivious, standing too far from the safety of the herd. This is it. The moment to strike. And she charges. A burst of speed. Her paws pound the earth, her claws unsheathed, her fangs bared. Just a few more strides, and her jaws will clamp down on the calf's throat, sealing its fate. But she made a mistake. A deafening roar explodes through the air. A massive bull buffalo, one of the herd's protectors, has seen the attack. Without hesitation, it thunders forward, its razor-sharp horns aimed straight at the lioness. And then, boom, a devastating charge from the buffalo. The lioness never saw it coming. She is lifted clean off the ground, flipping through the air like a rag doll before crashing back down with a sickening thud. Pain engulfs her body. She gasps for breath, her limbs trembling as she struggles to rise. But the pain is too much. Her ribs might be shattered, her internal organs damaged beyond repair. Blood drips from her mouth. Her vision blurs. The realization sets in. This hunt has failed. The buffalo herd moves on, victorious. But the lioness remains where she fell, exhausted, broken. And in this unforgiving wilderness, an injured predator is as good as dead. In the wild, no creature is invincible. One miscalculation, one wrong move, and the hunter can become the hunted. 2. The fatal kick of the zebra. The lion's sharp eyes lock onto its prey. A lone zebra, separated from its herd, vulnerable, exposed. This is the perfect opportunity. No allies nearby, no one to save it. And in the wild, the isolated are always the weakest. The lion tightens its muscles, coiling like a spring, every fiber of its being ready to explode into action. And then, it strikes like lightning. With explosive power, it launches forward. Claws tearing at the earth, muscles surging with raw energy. Just one perfectly timed leap, one crushing bite to the throat, and the hunt will be over in an instant. But just as it closes in, the zebra senses the danger. It lacks fangs, it lacks claws, but it possesses something even more powerful. The deadly force of its back legs. Thwack! A devastating kick slams directly into the lion's face. The sheer power of a full-grown zebra's legs, packed with explosive muscle, delivers a blow more brutal than the lion ever expected. Its body is thrown backward, sent tumbling across the dry earth. Dazed, stunned. A wave of excruciating pain surges through its skull. It tries to rise, but something is horribly wrong. Its mouth won't close. Blood drips from between its shattered teeth. The razor-sharp fangs that once made it a fearsome predator now lie broken. Its jaw is dislocated. Its bite, Its deadliest weapon is now useless. No more gripping, no more tearing flesh, no more eating. A lion that cannot hunt is a lion that cannot survive. No one will come to its aid. No savior will bring it food. This injury is more than just pain. It is a death sentence. Soon, its strength will fade, its steps will slow, and one day it will become the prey of the very hunters it once ruled over. Nature is merciless. One kick, just one, has turned the king of beasts into a doomed creature awaiting its fate. Number 3, when the hunter becomes the hunted. Night has fallen over the African savanna. The pale moon casts a ghostly glow over the endless plains, illuminating a lone figure standing over a fresh kill, a lifeless antelope, its final breath already gone. Victory has come at last. After days of hunger and relentless wandering, this lone lion has finally secured a meal. But it doesn't realize that in the darkness, unseen eyes are watching, waiting, plotting. 1, then 2, then 3 hyenas emerge from the shadows. Their hungry eyes gleam under the moonlight, locked onto the lion's hard-earned prize. They are not mighty hunters, but they are some of the savanna's most ruthless scavengers. They don't attack immediately. They know better than to face a lion head-on, but patience is their weapon, and time is on their side. The lion growls, a deep and menacing warning, but the hyenas do not back down. They start moving, circling, closing in. A chilling laughter fills the air. 5 hyenas, then 7, then 10. The balance of power has shifted. The hunter is now the hunted. And then they strike. One hyena lunges from behind, sinking its sharp teeth into the lion's hind leg. The pain is sharp and the lion stumbles. Another leaps in, clamping down on its neck, jerking, twisting, drawing blood. The lion roars in fury, claws slashing wildly, ripping into one of the attackers. But it is outnumbered. The pack knows that all they need to do is wait. The lion is already weakening. Teeth, claws, relentless bites rain down. The lion fights back, but the wounds multiply. Blood stains its golden mane, soaking into the earth. Every step, every breath, every movement grows heavier. It has lost too much blood, its legs tremble, its body sways, and then it collapses. The battle is over. The once mighty king of the savannah is now nothing more than a feast for scavengers. In the wild, there are no rules to protect the weak. One moment of solitude, one miscalculation, and even the strongest can fall prey to those lurking in the shadows. Part 2. Tragedies that lead to death. 4. When lions dare to attack a hippo. It's a scorching afternoon in the African wetlands. The blazing sun reflects off the still water, casting long shadows across the muddy banks. In the shallows, a massive hippo rests, half submerged, its eyes scanning the horizon. It appears calm, slow, almost lazy, but make no mistake, this is one of the most dangerous beasts on the savannah. Not far away, 3 young male lions stalk the riverbank. They are hungry, desperately hungry. Prey has been scarce, and their stomachs are empty. And now, right in front of them, stands what looks like an easy target. A lone hippo, slightly separated from its herd. The lions waste no time. They move into position, flanking their prey. 2 prepare for a frontal attack, while the 3rd circles from behind. The strategy is set. If they can bring this giant down, they will feast for days. And then, they strike. The lions charge. One leaps onto the hippo's back, another clamps its jaws around its neck, while the 3rd tries to sink its claws into the beast's powerful front legs. Every ounce of their strength is poured into this attack. But they have made a deadly mistake. Hippos are not easy prey. Despite its enormous size, the hippo moves with astonishing speed. It doesn't run, it doesn't flee. It fights back with a devastating bite. Its massive jaws, armed with razor-sharp teeth nearly 50 centimeters long, clamp down on one of the lion's backs. A sickening crack rings out. A blood-curdling scream tears through the air. The remaining lions freeze in horror. Their attack has failed. And now, their brother pays the price. With one violent shake of its monstrous head, the hippo hurls the wounded lion across the swamp like a rag. crashes into the water. The struggle is over. The hunt has ended, but not in the way the predators had imagined. Minutes pass, the water settles once more, and on the muddy bank, the two surviving lions retreat in silence. They have learned a harsh lesson. Attacking a hippo is the biggest mistake of their lives. 5. When the old king is overthrown. The sun rises over the African plains, but for this old lion it does not mark the beginning of a new day. It signals the end of an era. Yesterday, he was a ruler, the undisputed king of this land. His thick mane once commanded respect. His presence struck fear into rivals. He had led his pride through the harshest seasons, fought off challengers, and defended his territory with unmatched strength. But time is the one enemy no king can defeat. His claws are no longer as sharp, his muscles no longer as powerful. His body carries the scars of countless battles. And now the young ones, those who once followed him, no longer bow their heads in respect. They no longer fear him. They no longer listen to him. And today, they have made their decision. The uprising begins. The first strike comes swiftly. The younger lion sinks its teeth into the old king's hind leg, yanking him off balance. Another leaps onto his back, claws digging deep into his once powerful shoulders. A third goes for the throat, its fangs closing in, determined to end his reign. 3 challengers, 1 final battle. But in the wild, there is no mercy for the weak. The old lion roars, summoning the last remnants of his strength. He lashes out, swiping at his attackers, his claws still sharp, his instincts still fierce, but every move is slower than before, every strike weaker than the last. Once, he was invincible, but today he is just an aging lion, fighting a battle he cannot win. A final, devastating bite, and then he falls. His vision blurs, his breathing slows, he gazes at the sky one last time, and then he closes his eyes. A reign has ended. There is no eternal throne in the wild. When strength fades from a ruler, another will rise to take his place. The circle of life never stops turning. 6. When the crocodile waits for the careless. The African savanna, vast and relentless, stretches endlessly under the scorching sun. The air is thick with heat, shimmering above the golden plains. Every creature here knows water is life, but in the wild, even something as simple as a drink can be deadly. A lone male lion, weary from patrolling his territory, makes his way to the riverbank. His golden mane, though still thick, carries the dust of the dry season. His steps are slow, heavy. The land is parched, and the long hours under the sun have drained him. His body craves water, and now he has finally found it. The river flows lazily, its surface calm, almost inviting. The lion approaches with cautious confidence. He has done this 100 times before. He scans his surroundings, ears twitching, nose flaring, listening, sensing. Everything seems safe. No threat in sight. Slowly, he lowers his head. Cool relief spreads through his body as his tongue laps up the water. He drinks deeply, savoring the moment. But what he doesn't know is that something else has been watching. Something older. Something patient. Something far deadlier. Beneath the murky water, hidden just inches below the surface, a monstrous silhouette remains motionless. A crocodile. A silent executioner of the river, master of ambush, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Its yellow eyes, unblinking, locked onto its prey. It has been waiting for hours, knowing that sooner or later, something will come. And now the opportunity has arrived. The lion has made the fatal mistake. He has let his guard down. And then, it strikes. Explosion of water. From the depths, the crocodile erupts with terrifying force. In a fraction of a second, its massive jaws, lined with teeth as sharp as daggers, clamp down around the lion's head and neck. The impact is brutal, the grip unbreakable. The lion roars in agony, his body convulsing, claws slashing wildly at the air and water, muscles flexing in desperation. He tries to twist to break free, but the more he struggles, the deeper those deadly teeth sink into his flesh. The river is no place for a lion. Here, he is no longer the hunter. Here, he is just another victim. And then, the death roll begins. With unimaginable strength, the crocodile spins violently, dragging the lion deeper into the abyss. Bones snap, flesh tears. The once mighty predator is now helpless, caught in a storm of raw power. The roaring turns to gurgles, the thrashing slows, then stops. Within moments, it is over. The lion, once a ruler of the land, has vanished beneath the waves. The savannah follows no law but its own. Here, no creature is truly safe. The mighty do not always win. And today, the lion has lost the harsh law of nature. The African wilderness is vast, untamed, and relentless. It is a land where life and death are in constant battle, where survival is not a privilege, but a daily struggle. Every creature, no matter how powerful, must fight to see another day. And even the most feared predator of all is not immune to the merciless rules of nature. The lion, mighty, fearsome, revered as the king of beasts. With unmatched strength and unparalleled hunting skills, it has ruled over these lands for generations. Yet for all its dominance, even the king is not invincible. One mistake, one miscalculation can cost everything. A mistimed pounce, a misplaced step, a single moment of hesitation, and the hunter becomes the hunted. A powerful bite, a lethal kick, or the crushing grip of an unseen predator can bring even the strongest to their knees. Because in nature, there is no such thing as absolute power. There is no true king, no eternal ruler. There is only survival, the ability to endure, to adapt, to outlast. And those who cannot are simply erased from the cycle of life. A lion at the peak of its strength commands respect, but time is the greatest enemy of all. One day it too will grow old, its muscles weakening, its reflexes slowing. And when that day comes, the young and strong will rise, challenging the throne. The ruler will fall, just as countless others before it, and the cycle will begin anew. There is no mercy in the wild, no second chances. Only those who adapt will survive, and those who fail will be forgotten. So now ask yourself, is the lion truly the undisputed ruler of the savannah, or is it merely another link in the endless chain of life and death?